ain't gonna expose. I'm not like that. I'm not a snitch. Virginity. It's a hush hush topic.
Yeah. They love me.
Let's see if your parents raised you right.
It's deeper than the physical.
What up, fam? Welcome back to the Juxtaposition, everyone. Welcome back to the Juxtaposition.
Ow.
I'm Nana. I'm Nana. And
Ew.
I'm Nana.
And I'm Bernice.
And I'm Janet.
Wait, doesn't it usually go?
I'm Janet, then I'm Bernice.
We switched.
Yes.
Yeah, because Janet doesn't. This aura, this chair gave her like some vibes. She wants to pass it off to Bernice.
Bring
now.
the smoke, man. I'm covered by the God.
Yeah,
So
man.
bring the smoke. But not everybody was bringing smoke. But I'm just saying, if you have smoke, that's fine. I'm ready for it. As long as I'm speaking truth, that's it. I don't want no enemies because I'm just trying to be controversial.
Yes. So should we just dive right into?
No, let's check in with the what's going on?
What's your temperature?
Yeah, how are you feeling this week? What's going on?
I had an amazing day yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was so amazing?
I don't know. My vibe was just, I woke up, I said, woo, I worked out. I said, woo. I said, this feels good. And I remember walking down the hallway at York, because I work out at York, I guess. But I remember walking down the hallway and I was like, yo, I'm feeling good. And I was like, God, thank you.
Sorry, guys, stop for a second. Sorry.
So I was feeling good. I was saying to Jesus, wow, like, I'm actually like, it's a good day today. And it was really good, you know? And then today is kind of like...
An off day? I guess
I'm
it's
off
raining.
still.
Off.
I don't know. No, today, I'm not going to talk for too long. But I woke up today and I was tired. And I woke up at 5 and I was like, yo, I was tired. And my mom was waiting for me because I had to drop her off. And then I went to the gym and I sat in the car after I dropped her off. I sat in the car for like 10 minutes and just closed my eyes.
Before you went or after you went?
Before I went. And I had to do like a 10 to 15 minute walk.
It's actually like 8 minutes, but I mean...
Yeah, it took kind of long too. My feet, just something wrong.
Plantar fasciitis.
So yeah, like I don't want to be sad. Like I don't like being sad, but sometimes you just have
Why are
those
you
days.
shaking like this?
Cause I'm trying to give myself. But Jesus and these guys give me like.
Hey. We're his therapy.
Yeah.
Jesus in therapy. Shout out to Jackie Hill and...
Yeah. So
Preston.
yeah, it's not about me. What about you guys?
Well, it's been a sad week for me.
No, that's not good.
Commuting is not it. I don't know who told you. I think in the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm liking it. It's a month in, and I do not like it. People are coughing everywhere. People are sitting beside you because you have no choice because the bus is full. Sometimes I put my bag there and I really don't want to lift my bag.
Time out. Are you talking about like
Go
Hamilton or Go Bus? You're talking
The
about
Go
Bus.
Bus.
It's full.
Yes.
Thought it was,
Going there, or coming back.
Both.
She thought it was
Wow.
A plus service.
So that means
No.
you're not the only one that's commuting.
No, I know that, but I'm commuting from the furthest. I'm commuting from end to end.
Where are you
People are
commuting
getting
to?
off at Mississauga. Everyone gets off at
What
Square
area
One.
are you commuting to?
Hamilton. So that's 2 hours. Let's say just the whole journey from my house to Hamilton is I feel like it's 3 hours, to be honest. And it can take a toll on you in terms of you can watch all the shows, but the air is stuffy. Sometimes it's cold. There's no bathroom. You're sitting down for 2 hours with
How
no
don't they have
bathroom.
a whole bathroom?
That's crazy.
You have to stop multiple times. Some people, and there's just a lot of people on the bus. It's sometimes you don't want to sit beside no one.
So
It
why
doesn't
don't
feel
you-
like Viva where it's
Clean
feels
and breathe
clean
in
and
breath of
fresh
fresh
and
air.
Wow, I
Hamilton's-
thought Go Bus was
too
like the
bougie.
sickest.
I mean,
it's
it depends on the
nice,
day.
but
didn't know.
it just feels
I never took Go Bus
packed
in my
a little
life.
bit sometimes. So
You took Go Bus before?
Yeah.
yeah,
me.
but taking it every day can be a lot.
Sorry. to
You
hear
just
that.
get really tired of sitting down. That's one thing because you sit in class, you sit on the bus, you sit on the second bus that you take. You have the only time I can get up and do physical activity is if I make it to the gym and maybe walking to my next class. But that's it. So I feel like I'm getting fat just sitting around.
She doesn't feel active.
I don't feel active. You feel tired. By the end of the day, you feel like, I just want to be in my bed and
No, that's a
sleep.
fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's my week.
Oh.
And I got a little sty. I don't know what's going on,
It's a
guys.
sty? You know
I don't know
it's
if
a
it's a
sty?
sty. I think it's a sty, but it's like a little pimple.
It's in your
bubble.
eye?
It's in the eye under the
On the
tissue.
skin.
No,
Like
it's
a
not.
pimple.
It's not a pimple. It's not.
like a pimple. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what it is, but
Well,
I'm
that's why
afraid
it's
that it
important
goes
to
away.
watch Dr. Pimple Popper because you'll learn about these things. It
it
might.
feels like a small
It's
cyst.
probably. It might be a cyst.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's not a cyst.
It's not bad.
No, it's not a cyst. I'm telling you, it's not a cyst.
I don't know, guys.
You don't even know because you don't even watch Dr. Pimple Popper.
I do. I have.
I know there's many people who watch Dr. Pimple Popper.
Have you ever had a cyst?
No.
Okay, then you can't tell me because I have. So it's not a
No,
cyst.
did you have to get it
Got him.
It can't. It's not a cyst.
It's not a cyst.
No, but I'm saying, how do you know it's not a cyst? Because you
because
never had
I've
a
dealt
cyst.
with. I dealt with cysts.
So you have gone to the doctor to get a cyst excavated?
Excavated?
Yeah.
No, I've gone to the
Or
doctor
extracted?
to tell the doctor what the heck is this, and he said this is a cyst.
So then where did the cyst go?
All right, guys. How was your week, Bernice?
My week, I don't remember what happened last week.
Every week seems it's the same for her, or it just goes over her head.
I actually don't remember what we did. What I did last week.
I
Well,
almost failed the test.
that's
I'm joking. I'm joking.
no. I honestly don't remember, but clearly it wasn't a bad week. So thankfully, it was good enough that I didn't have to remember anything crazy.
I guess that's good. So
You didn't do anything fun, like.
I went to a workshop, a conference for worship, and that was powerful. Definitely filled. That was it. Like I didn't do anything.
She came the next day, Sunday, and dropped 30 points.
The Holy Spirit.
30
definitely
points,
moved.
10 rebounds, 10 assists.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. But yeah, that was it. That was basically it. Nothing else.
it's good.
That's good.
Thanks.
Well, guys, as we know, we've dropped an episode last week about.
More
2 weeks.
more money,
2
more
weeks.
problems. That's
It was more money, more problems.
We thought it was just about money, guys.
Yeah.
Until it just
Took a turn.
took a derail into something else.
yeah.
You know, so
And we talked about just
Yeah.
having like dating someone who is in a certain field of work.
Working retail.
That's what we use as an example. And then what ended up happening, people just wanted to come after Janet and be like saying certain things. So we're gonna actually respond to some of these comments and
We're gonna address
explain
them.
and address them honestly in a way that is like, obviously we want to have fun, but we're not gonna be disrespectful and like, oh, this guy or this person doesn't know what
Oh,
they're doing.
I really don't care.
But
to be honest.
we want to just explain and apply wisdom as we answer these questions or respond to these comments. Because some people may not have any context behind what they're saying, to be honest. They might just seen that clip and that's the whole response.
Yeah,
But
like, go watch the episode,
yeah,
bro.
go watch the episode,
Yes.
then come back and give me the feedback.
Exactly.
And we'll
from my
have a
analysis, you
conversation.
should say, from my analysis watching this video.
This is what I'm
this is what I
assuming.
think.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go
Yes,
do my research and like a qualified researcher,
Yeah.
You know how to go to the site.
A journalist.
Exactly. So
So-
I think but in our culture, we're so immune to just having.
No, continue.
go.
there something like
No, go.
We're so in our culture, we're so immune to having like short clips and like just running with things and
Yeah,
like not
assumptions.
fact checking our information. It's like, guys, like there's a whole like 30-minute video that you're only getting 5 minutes of.
Yeah.
So
Not even
Yeah, it's like
5
3
minutes.
minutes.
not
or 2
even 3 minutes.
Give me
It was
30
a minute.
seconds. Give me
Yeah.
30 seconds. So
But
No, I just want to say that before the video dropped, me and Manzi, our editor, we said, yeah, this is gonna like stir some people wrong. But that was not the point. I was like we were kind of hesitant, but I'm like, no, this is going to, if people actually watch the thing, then they can understand. But as soon as we dropped, can I tell this story how you felt a little bit, or you?
Oh,
wanna
yeah,
say
that's
how you
fine.
felt? But yeah, we dropped it. And
why didn't she just explain?
okay, I was gonna say
I don't
how
even know
I
where he was
felt
gonna
when
get.
she said it. But yeah, explain how you felt. The text you sent us.
Oh yeah. So, during the time of like us posting clips, it's always, Bernice and Nana, they're in like great positions, like they're saying such quality information to these people. I said, wow, look at my co-hosts. Never have I had, a time where, I'm captured in the right light. So let's say we're this week, they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to put Janet on. We're going to put Janet on. I was like, okay, cool. I see my face. Nice, whatever. I see the clip. I was like, oh, okay. I was just shaped in a horrible light there. Like, what is going on? I was like, guys, like, when you put me on, now you put me, and people are staring at me, looking at me crazy for my opinion. And I feel like I always have like the outlier, contradicting, perspective, to the common people. So, I got looked at bad. And I was like, okay, maybe you could take it down. Like, don't make me look like that. But then we had a conversation with our editor, and he was like, oh yeah, maybe it's not really the look that we're going for. Because I think that's, even with people who are doing podcasts, sometimes you can put out something and it's not really what representing what you guys are like, talking about. So like it wasn't representing, but it kind of went in a different way that we thought it would go. So yeah.
I don't even know what posting the clip. I didn't know what the intention was. It definitely wasn't to get no clicks or anything like that. I think my intention was for it to maybe to show people that we're funny. Like,
just stir up conversation.
Yeah, just
well, maybe because of how
Johnny's like, woo, woo, and I looked at the clip like 10 times. I was just laughing. I'm like, this is funny. Like, this is like, you shouldn't take it that serious. But when we dropped it and we started seeing the comments, I said, oh boy, oh boy. But I think for me, like, honestly, at the end of the day, it looked like I was probably trolling. Like, what, Janet? What, Janet? And I somewhat felt like that, but then I went back and I thought about it. I'm like, I know she's actually right, because you first of all, you want to level up, you want to level up in life. But I'll save my comments for later, after these things. So we're gonna read some comments. Some from Instagram and some from YouTube. And Instagram was, half, but YouTube was kind of harsh. I said, whoa, YouTube is like a different ball game. I'm gonna read one and tell me how you felt. Like, So someone says, should I say the name? Oh no. Okay. Hearing someone say they believe someone working in retail/sales is essentially unlovable or undeserving in some way breaks my heart.
Wow, that's kind of that's.
I was like, you took it
You
from
guys
level.
should say what you say first,
I
think,
Let me see that comment again.
Hearing someone say they believe someone working in retail/sales is essentially unlovable or undeserving in some way breaks my heart.
The essentially unlovable.
She even said that.
It's that. That's not. It had nothing to do with love, to be honest. At the end of the day, she just said I couldn't date that person. Not saying that person is not dateable for anybody, but for herself, that's what I'm thinking. It's not her preference, and everybody has preference. Everybody, coming down to the job that you do, you would prefer that somebody does this specific or this type of work instead. Like, for me, it'll be difficult for me to date a police officer or somebody who working in the field and like that is dangerous, because I can't handle that. Not saying I won't, but I just can't. So I prefer not to date somebody who's in that field. Now, some people, listen, they're like, I'm cool. I don't really mind.
They're strong.
Some people, they can't take no truck driver because they're on the road 24/7.
Yep.
You say, I need a man who needs to be at home. That's a preference. It's not saying that this person is unlovable or undeserving of love. It's just, this is not what I'm leaning towards. So for this person to say or make this assumption automatically that Janet just says, yeah, this person can't be loved or is undeserving of love. Now you definitely you listened to it in a different way. I don't know how the words got into your ear and how to translate it out, but that's not what she was saying at all.
My thing is, how do you jump from A to Z? Like, I seen that comment, I just laughed. I'm like, clearly you didn't watch the thing. Like,
or they didn't hear what she was trying to say.
You interpreted it wrong.
Yeah, you interpreted it wrong. Or you're just making your own assumption saying, like, because somebody said this thing is not what I would date, or this person or whoever works in this field I can't date, you automatically made this whole assumption that this person is now a person that cannot date anybody in that field in general, or that they're specifically saying that people who work in retail are never going to find love or never going to be deserving of love. I don't know how you make that assumption.
Once again, it's her preference. So, buddy or sis, if you want to marry someone that works in retail, then so be it. Like, it's not, it's her preference.
And people, once again, people start at a level one. Everybody starts at ground zero. Like, we're not saying that, I can never date that person. But we're saying if you're settling in your life and you're saying that is what you want to do for the rest of your life, now that's a little worrying.
That's just
for
maybe not
herself,
my preference.
right? That's what I'm saying.
When I heard that, I was just like, wait, I said I would love the person. That's the first thing I caught. I was like, in the clip, I said I would love them, but I would be hesitant because of my upbringing and what kind of how I was trained to look at marriage and who to look for and what their career should be. And I think a lot of people have background from their parents or maybe from their aunts or maybe from their sisters on like, oh, you should date that type of man. Oh, you can't date like a garbage collector. Like most people would say like, oh, they're dirty or something like that.
Garbage collectors
like,
make 100K.
Exactly. But like on the outside, they look not the greatest, right? So I don't think they're undesirable and I don't think they're unloved. I just think that, yeah, it's preference. It's about preference at the end of the day. So I was just shocked that she got that from that message. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I read the next comment? Okay, speaking of what Janet said, she said something about the parents and what my parents would think. Someone said like, on YouTube, so what's more important to her is what her parents think. Maybe they'll continue to take care of her.
That one made me laugh though.
Yeah, that did. I mean,
That
my
was
parents,
funny. That was
my
funny.
parents did come into this world. Obviously, like, you know, they had children, and so they want their children to be taken care of as well, too. You know, and buddy, I don't know. It is important because you want to honor your mother and father. All right. So if they give you advice and they do give you a little bit of a like, hey, just, you know, take into consideration. They ain't saying that you can't. You can do whatever you want, your life, but they will give you some advice.
And they have some of their experiences, maybe seeing that
In
this
their
is not
experience.
enough. Like I'm in this position and I know it's not enough. So when you're in this position, I want you to have better because I struggled in this area and I know that it's maybe the money's not enough or it can cause rift between you guys in a marriage or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And financial is important. Sorry, go ahead, because I knew you want to say something.
No, I just like all these comments. I know this sounds like an ending point, but no, it's not. All these comments is quite shocking, you know, and I'm actually shocked, like because it's like, first of all, I think some of these comments people are from the States, but for here, and one thing my sister was talking about is that our income, like to live in Ontario, Toronto, you need to make at least comfortably 50 to 60.
That's not even, nope.
Nope.
Not even.
I'm
Not
probably
even.
wrong.
Because rent
Yes.
is like 2,000.
2,000.
Let's round.
Let's
Let's
say
just rounding
per
it.
monthly,
Just
how much
rounding it.
you make? Let's say $3,000 or
Yeah.
something like that. 2,000 for rent.
That's 1,000 left for every.
That's
expenses.
groceries.
Yep.
That's internet if you want to,
Yeah.
you know, have cable.
Yeah.
You want to have TV.
Netflix. You got that.
transportation,
Yep.
bus, or filling your gas.
In Toronto,
Insurance.
insurance is at least $400 average.
Yep.
Think about
And if
that.
you don't live in Toronto, now you're talking about Brampton. They're the highest
yes, so
insurance.
you're paying $550.
So you might be up there.
Yes.
So that 1,000 that you
Yes.
had
So you
to
get
spend.
$500.
So yes.
Right.
So what are you doing with this retail job? I just want to know that.
Not
what
so
are
you
you?
can't, but
no,
yeah.
not so
Yeah.
you can't. Not so you can't, because there's probably some people working retail that has a nice portfolio.
No,
and
but listen,
and
most people who work retail have at least 2 to 3 jobs. At
don't talk about
least.
that. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I know it.
That's a fact.
so
true. That's
if
true.
you're
They're not
telling
just doing
me,
that one
no,
thing.
they're not
You're in
doing
a
that thing.
burnout system.
So-
cycle.
If you're telling me that if Janet making this comment is triggering to you, you just have to go look around in your environment and see what the average income is and see how much a retail person will make in that area and if they can sustain themselves with that one job.
They can't.
It's impossible.
Impossible.
Now, God does miracles.
He does.
But we also
Yeah.
need to partner with God
Yes.
and use wisdom.
Yes.
Okay?
And retail, what benefits do you get?
It's true.
I don't know what
Unless
retail
you work-
people are working.
unless
I
you
don't
work
know.
retail
I don't
full
know.
time.
I worked at a job for 5 years. I did retail, so I'm not like I didn't do nothing of the retail. I ain't get no dental. I ain't get no insurance
Yeah.
for
Or
anything.
some braces.
No braces, no nothing. You know, like
yeah.
You
even
need
vacation
that.
days. Like
Exactly, to get paid
Yeah.
off. What if you have 3 kids, 2 kids, whatever? How
It's
are you gonna
hard.
get insurance
It's
for them? You need to set yourself up for,
Success, yeah.
Success.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Once
important.
again, you can start off in the
Yeah.
retail.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
build yourself up.
Yeah.
Honestly, if someone said they want to work retail and now I'm dating them, I'm like, you better. What else do you want?
Yeah, what's the next step after
Yeah,
you
what
do
do you
that?
wanna
Like,
do?
how
What
long
else
do you want to do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta show me vision. As long as you have vision and you work on those steps, then I'm fine with that. But if it's just I'm settling in retail, no, it doesn't work like that. You know?
do you feel like vision sometimes is only directed towards men,
Yes,
Yeah.
but
and that women like they can just? And I'm talking about women too.
Yeah.
Like people be thinking I'm just talking because female, male, but women too.
yeah, because sometimes like the media or I don't know, this socially like they paint women as to be take a seat back. You know, they're in the house nurturing the kids and
Are
stuff
you
like
sure
that.
that has changed though?
I do think that
But
has changed
I
today.
think no,
I think
no,
it's more busy.
I think that's what men are probably expecting. But around me, all the women are bossed up. I'm not
Are you
even
sure
gonna
men
lie.
are expecting that?
I think so.
I feel
I
like
think now they're expecting more.
yes.
I don't know, but
I feel like
Maybe.
well, from what I observe, I think men have understood that women now are working way more and now they want them to come home and stay home and they want them to do those things, right? And so it's like I don't think they know that women are now working a lot more
yeah.
than the average than back in the day with their parents and how their parents didn't work as or their mother
Right.
didn't work as much. So
Yeah. But sorry, what was your question about vision?
Yeah, that's only men led.
like men, they keep saying men have vision.
Men need to have vision.
Vision
Like,
for
what
their
about-
home.
Yeah,
Male needs to have vision
women,
too.
Women need to have vision
Yeah.
too. We need to.
Well,
say
the
we,
Bible
like I'm a
tells us
woman.
that if you don't have vision, listen, your life is going into destruction.
Yeah.
Dead.
You're done. Like there's no way that you're gonna live
Donezo.
a life that's
Yeah.
fulfilling, that's filled, and you lived it to the fullest. Like if you have no vision, like think about all those people who are in leadership. Like they have to have some type of vision, even if
Right.
it's bad. They had a vision that it's going to be bad. Like they knew that they had a plan that this is what I wanted to do and this is how I wanted to look like.
Yeah.
So like you can't just come into this world, including every person has to have some type of vision over their life and what they expect it to look like.
And talking about dating and this whole dating marrying thing, if you don't have vision for me, then that's not attracting, to be honest.
That
and
too.
maybe that can be a conversation, but that's not attracting. So,
So
like,
if a woman just comes in like, yeah, I like you're, you know,
Whatever
I just think in the next 5 years, I don't really know what I want to do, but like, yeah, I'm just going with the flow.
pretty's not enough. Sorry. Build a
So
vision.
like, oh, it's just like, oh, if you ask her like, oh, what do you want to do in the next like year? Do you have any plans? It's like, no, I'm just staying where I am. Like, yeah, I think I'm okay with what I'm gonna do.
I mean, you can say that, but are you willing to say, I'm waiting on God to show me an answer?
Is that an exit?
then
Is
that-
that is
no,
that
no,
an
no.
exit for you? Like an excuse, kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just waiting on God to see what He's going to tell me. Like I'm just waiting for Him to plainly put it out in my head.
No, we can't take that. We
I'm
can't
sorry,
do that.
we-
No, we can't do that.
I'm working as hard as you're working.
Yeah, you
So-
gotta try some new stuff to see if God can give you something can stick on the wall. Throw things at the wall to see if they can stick. Because you can't just say like, and a lot of people, oh my gosh, a lot of people like to do that too. I'm just working in retail and I'm not gonna go to school. Oh my goodness, sorry.
Hey,
There's so
revelation.
many smart people working in retail, or not just for retail, whatever.
And general, like
Yes.
General,
yeah.
general.
that
yeah.
are not, they don't want to use their gifts because they're maybe scared to take a step. Oh, I'm making 1,500 a
And it's
paycheck.
easy, it's not
I'm not going to
costing
stop
me to
this
do anything.
1,500 a paycheck to go to school. But if you go to school, you can possibly
Open a
up
door for
that,
other stuff,
open
yeah.
the door and make 3,000 a paycheck.
Do you think that's
And it doesn't have to be school. 'Cause
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
You
take
know,
us-
it
I
could be a
don't know.
trade. It could be a business.
Yes,
it could be
trades is popping.
an
do you think
entrepreneurship.
I think that's the enemy's way of like holding and hoarding people is
Yes.
complacency and comfortability and be like, yeah, I'm good. Like, why do I even need to bother like experiencing or exploring other gifts and talents that I have when I know this is something that I
and
can
having
do?
hardship. In
Yeah,
it,
like
maybe,
I don't
or-
think I feel like a lot of our not I wouldn't say a lot. That's a big generalization, but there's a group of people that are complacent. Like they're okay saying, "Hey, the camera stopped." Sorry.
Yeah, I saw it go in. No.
Yeah, can I continue? Yeah. You said they're okay. People are okay with.
Yeah, they're just okay with just being okay with one, like exploring one thing that they're good at. So if they found out like by the end of high school, like, hey, or they got one job by the end of high school and then they continue to elevate in that one job, they'll stay there. They won't move. They won't shift. They won't say, hey, I think it's time for me to move forward. Or, hey, I think maybe I should go back to school so I can elevate myself. Or, hey, maybe I should start a business that I always wanted to start.
Or sacrificing, take
Or,
less
hey,
shift and
maybe
go to
I should
school.
slow down and do something different.
Yeah.
You know, they're just complacent. And that is really what's stopping this. I think from, in terms of Christian standpoint and of sharing the gospel and going out and shedding light, there's a lot of darkness in this world. A lot of things are happening. And so a lot of people are hidden and they're not ready to be like coming out, like using their gifts and their talents because they're just complacent.
Scared.
That is I feel like that is the root cause of why a lot of people are stuck
where they are.
Yeah. And they're like, and then there's like a midlife crisis. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do with my life? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like, but hey, I swear God, I know God maybe sparked something inside of you. I know God probably showed something inside of you, or showed something like, or used somebody to expose something to you.
Right.
But you're just like, no, I'm good. I think I'm okay here.
Yeah, let me keep collecting these checks.
Yeah, like let me just, if 1,500 is
easier.
like I'm good with that. Like I can stay myself. I'm not planning on moving out anytime soon. I don't need anything else in the next, until they need something like big. I feel like that's when they're like, oh, and I think
It's time to make a move.
now it's time to make a move.
One thing I had a couple of interviews for a program I'm doing with kids, and I said, honestly, like working here after school program or summer, like this is probably the best teacher for you, because I mean you're not making a lot of money, but character is priceless, right? So imagine you're working in the factory and you're just shipping boxes. You're getting $30 an hour, which is cool. You rack up all that money, but can you imagine what you're doing here with your character and stuff like that? So it's like some people just want to stay in that. I'm making this amount. I'm getting this steady income. Let me not go volunteer there. Let me not go serve in the church. Let me not go to school. But imagine if you did, what that can probably pay off rather than working in the thing. It's about investing in yourself. People think investing in yourself is just, I have to go actually physically work with my body to invest and I'm going to get paid from this. But no, like we have to take a gamble on, I don't like gamble, but take a chance and see what God has put on our lives and actually go through with it. So I would say leave retail to the high school kids, but I don't want to say that. That's not nice.
No, I think any job is a starting ground. Like any job in general that is like not really the the job that it's a starting ground. So I wouldn't say leave that to. If it works for you in your season, then it works for you. You got to pay the bills somehow.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This one from YouTube. It says, this is why men are choosing not to pursue relationships more and more. They're only valued by what they do or bring to the table. Chris Rock said it best. Only women, babies, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men are only loved for what they can provide. L woman right here.
I didn't see that coming.
What's L woman?
L means like a loser woman. Like
what?
No, like W and L, like she took a win, she took a loss.
Oh.
No.
I'm just wondering, you're saying that men only are loved or valued by what they provide or something like that? What about women?
Come on.
Do they not give you children?
Come on.
Do they not give you love or intimacy? Do they not care for the home, clean, cooked? Because that's what most of the time they're expected to.
Yeah.
Even if they work, they should still come back home and have a hot meal ready for you.
Maybe I want it now. You have to comply.
I think women and men provide certain things to each other that each one need to excel and be successful. That's why we're paired together. So I don't understand.
It's a helper, right? We're helping each other.
I don't understand that. Like, what they can give, because female, they give as much too as you give too.
They probably give more.
I think that. Hey, but that might start something else. I don't know.
I think they do. I
think they give a little bit more in terms of like their
Sacrifice
body, sacrifice a lot. Let me not talk about being submissive, because that can be hard too for some people, in terms of just like we're called to kind of like be a little bit more of a, not like a mute, but not like the loudest voice. I don't know how to say it in a way. I'm not sure.
Somebody said it on at this workshop that I was at. It's like we have a leader so there's the worship leader there, and then you have the background vocals. And the background vocals are the scales of, like, say it's a reptile, and this, you know how a reptile moves and the scales move like a snake. If the snake is moving, the scales are also moving with it. And so that's how it's like with husband and wife. It's like we're moving together. Like, yes, you may be the head and the front, but I'm following you with my scales. But if without these scales, you're not gonna have protection, right? There's nothing to cover you, right? And so it's like, it's hand in hand. You need the head to see. You need the body. You need that scale. You need that covering in order to survive the outside exterior pressures. Because when you go outside, you face a lot of pressures. But when you come home, it's supposed to be
like a safe haven.
A safe haven, right? Yeah. And so I think. People misinterpret.
And even the president has a right hand that they get advice from. Honestly,
maybe they might not take it, but it's there.
No, and I feel like well, I'm not married, but I feel like, yeah, the man could be looking like this, but the woman is probably helping
influencing
them,
him or helping him, advising him.
and then it's coming out. It's all a flow. It's all a flow. But I just don't like that. Like, I'm maybe going off topic, but I don't like the notion that the man is like this big mythical person standing in front of the family, like all these muscles, like, yeah, a man is the one. But it's like, bro, like, yes, the man is the head of a household, but still, like, yo, the wife is up there too. Like, she's up there.
They are equal.
Very high.
They are equal.
Very high.
Yeah.
So I don't like that.
If
It's
you
like
respect
that
the
notion.
female, it's gonna be very like.
Yeah, you're not even
As
gonna.
long as you respect them and you respect their advice and what they're telling
Yeah.
you, like, yeah,
You're not even gonna bring those vibes of like,
Exactly.
I'm higher than you.
The
If you
woman's
come
gonna
with
feel
that,
secure already. Like,
yeah.
oh, he respects me. He values my opinion. He values what I say.
like
but
that.
if you're kind of just like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm still do
Yeah.
like what I
Yeah.
want to do. Then it's kind of like, oof.
Yeah.
that's nasty behavior. I don't like that.
You have to make a woman trust you.
Yeah.
And
Like-
vice versa. Like, that's why I said it's important that both parties are understanding the value of each other, or else it's not gonna work. And so relationships now are really distorted. And so I feel like that's why a lot of Christian pastors are starting to really preach about relationships, because it is messy.
Yeah.
It is messy. And so it's like, with these kind of ideologies of like, that's why men are valued only for being providers, and women, they can't even express themselves anymore. If they say like, this is what it's all of a sudden, oh, now they're just providers. That's all they're known for. And like, but it's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's like,
It's a portion
Where
of
did
what
that
they
lady,
need.
Where did that lady get that from? What she was saying though, because that's what makes me confused. That like basically you're saying like men should always be providers. What
Don't you
do
think
you
it's a
mean?
sorry.
It's retail. What are you
but
talking
don't you
about?
think this is like
I
a
don't-
cop out? This is why men are choosing not to pursue relationships more and more. I don't think that's a great generalization or a big assumption to say that men are not.
First of all,
that's why
you
men are not.
pursuing-
They don't want to be in a relationship.
Hold
Yeah, I think
up.
that's a cop out.
You
know about
pursuing you pursuing a godly woman and someone, it's probably even gonna benefit your life even way more than you were when you didn't have.
But let's put
a
aside,
woman.
even if it wasn't even godly. Like, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, if the person is saying this is why, because somebody's saying I have a preference, that's why men are not pursuing relationships
Right?
anymore. I'm a little worried.
I'm worried about your character.
Yeah.
and what like you like.
I'm worried about your kid.
I need to.
No, I'm just being honest. Like, what do you like?
Yeah.
So, like, if someone says like, "Oh, you're not good at math," you're just gonna take it and be like, "Yeah, well, I'm not good at math."
Yeah.
Then you're not gonna challenge them and be like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna show you that even if I'm in retail, I'm a good man, I'm a good provider, I'm a good listener." Like,
I have other things.
I
to
have other
provide
things that are
and
good
to
about
give,
me.
yeah.
Like, you're just gonna be like, "Yeah, she said that I'm a retail, and well, forget her then."
yeah.
Like, I don't know about that, but
So I think it's just it's switching the mindset of understanding, and that's why when they say God is important, it is important because it helps you clarify some things that you have inside of yourself and these big assumptions that you're making of other people. But then you start working on yourself, you will begin to realize, hey, I'll give you grace. Yes,
not
you made that
even.
confident.
You might even have the same assumptions.
Exactly. And so it's
Or
just
no,
like
same thoughts. Sorry, not assumptions.
yeah, it's just understanding like we're not gonna be perfect. We're gonna have these assumptions. We're gonna have these preferences that are actually may hinder us, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's like
I
giving
don't
us
think
grace.
that her preference hinders anybody.
No, but I'm
bruh.
saying there's some things.
The only reason I was like, really? Like, because my only thought was like, yo, you're really gonna miss out on. That's my I always come with. You're gonna miss out on a blessing because this person works retail. That was my only.
No, but I'm saying that's a
thing,
that could be
you
a
know?
hindrance.
And that
though.
could be a
it
hindrance,
could
yeah,
be.
yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, which is
But
fine.
at the same time,
It's a double-edged
No, but
sword.
yeah,
it is.
And
At the same
that's why I said it's like
time,
there's
I
some
don't
preferences
know.
that we have. There's some things that we have. There's some lists and standards that we have that may be hindering us from actually receiving the blessing that God has provided for us.
And someone said this to me, like when the episode dropped, I wrote this comment. This is what they said to me. There's like if a person working retail, like cool, but they would be fine with as long as the person is serving in the church. Like they can be working anything they
true.
want. As long as the person is serving in the church and doing all of that and mentoring others, then they're fine with it. I was
And
like,
that's
a good
important.
point.
And I think
like
that's
that.
the most important is just that the value of serving the kingdom and serving God and putting Him first, even in your retail job or whatever job it is. It doesn't have to be retail, but
Right.
whatever job it is, it's like God is first. I'm displaying His love, and that's my main focus. That's my assignment, not just this job.
We're gonna need Christians there.
No,
It's
and
true.
we
We're
do.
gonna need them to
Yeah.
be scattered everywhere. We're gonna need them McDonald's, Tim Hortons,
Yeah.
Sushi Share. We're gonna need them in everywhere. But
It's true.
you still want them to level up, and then more Christians can come. It's a cycle, you know.
And you can always have
Yeah.
side hobbies too. Right? You don't
Yeah.
have to always
Go save 20,000 in your retail and go get a property, and get money off of that.
I think, everyone has their opinions, and sometimes it's the way you grow up and some of the things that you hear. We live in society, so we're going to have some opinions that are a little strange.
Well, our life is based off
are
our
weird. Like,
experiences,
they're based on our experiences, right? So, like, I can come into you and be like, well, what are you even talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So, forgive me for having a crazy or weird opinion about what I think.
crazy.
Yeah, you're not crazy. Well, one comment I did like though is someone said the way these food prices are.
Come on.
At least work at a grocery store so we can get some discounts on our grocery bill. Love don't fill an empty stomach.
She's
but your
preaching
employee
truth.
discount will.
She's preaching the truth.
Come on.
She
Come
preaching
on,
the
be
truth.
smart with what
Somebody
you're-
else said inflation. Come on, man.
Inflation.
We can't.
I'm more so on level of love.
No, but
Yeah.
we, honestly, thank you guys for commenting. It also opens our eyes too.
It
It's not
does.
just like, we're right and this is what it is, but it opens our eyes to see that other people don't have the same ideas.
It's
Okay,
true.
let's talk about it. And so I hope us addressing these comments were
Give some clarity.
gave some clarity, and
Yeah.
it also sparks conversation with other people too. That's what we want.
You know how many conversations I had that week?
So-
Golly. I said, wow.
And that's what it's
interesting.
about, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have. I don't have any more to say. I think I talked too much this episode, but it was good. I liked it. I like talking about this stuff. I ain't spicy though. I wanted to give a little bit of spice. Like, oh, God, that's what you're talking about.
Bernice
Come on,
set
I
her
don't.
up. Go look at that clip. Bernice set her up.
Oh
so
my
you're
gosh.
saying so you're saying, like, if this person said, like, this is my calling, my life calling, are you saying, woo? And I'm like,
You should Snapchat these pictures. But people, please comment because we love these comments and it stirs up conversation. See, that's what we need to comment, guys.
and welcome to all the new listeners too.
Yes, welcome.
Yes.
We welcome you all. If you're not following us on Instagram already, I'm going to invite you to. It's the Juxtaposition Podcast _ You already know. Click that follow button. If you're not following us on YouTube, not
Spotify.
YouTube. If you're not following us on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, go do that right now. Just click that subscribe button and
And
share down below.
also-
Let me finish my subscribe stuff first.
Her script.
Also, if you're not following us on Spotify, Google, any of those listening, streaming, we on there. It's the Juxtaposition Podcast.
We're on TikTok too.
And follow.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
just a
follow
simple
button.
follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't like us, keep following.
Yeah. You'll like something at some point.
Right?
And we are doing a run. We're doing a run for inner city outreach. We're running for
We
inner city
tried this
outreach.
last time, you know.
No, you never know. You never know. People can be watching, can just bless us with $1,000. You never know. So we're running for the youth and kids.
1,000. Is that the number that you're looking for?
Not 25,
3,000,
not
3,000,
30, not 50.
3,000. If you want it, that's my goal, and I'm at like $400. But still, like, if anybody wants to donate for the kids and Jane and Finch, the youth, to go on free trips or attend our school program for free, all to get bags and all this stuff, please donate. The link is gonna be below under YouTube, and also if you're listening on the streaming sites, it will be in the description. Please. It doesn't even have to be that much. It can be $10, $5. Doesn't matter.
$2.
$2, $1.
Counts.
If you want to get a tax receipt, you have to do 25. I believe it's 25.
And shout
Tax
out
season
to-
coming soon, so
That's true.
Shout out to everybody that gave. Too. We appreciate you.
well, that is all, folks. We out of here. I hope you
Yep.
enjoyed this episode. We'll see you guys next week. Stay blessed. Have a great week ahead of you, and we'll see you guys next week. Keep listening. Keep praying.
Bye.